live stream for this is the 10th of June. As you can see right now, we have loaded up Legend of Zelda Parallel Worlds, and we will be getting to that later tonight, I guarantee you. But first, we're gonna do something a little bit lighter. We're gonna play some Super Mario World hacks.
Yes.
And I say lighter, I actually don't know how light these are gonna be. We have a few to choose from, including, I'll just read off some of the ones that we're looking at here. Super Pika Land Chocolate version, Super Mario World Beta, Super Mario Place, Super Mario World The Lost Adventure Episode 1, Mario vs. Sonic EXE, Mario is Missing 2, and Dr. Mario World. I'm thinking maybe we want to play the beta. That's the one that interested me the most.
Yeah, I want to play Super Pika Land Chocolate, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we're playing the beta version of Super Mario World. This game was, I believe, made in conjunction with the website Unseen64, which is a really cool site for games and stuff. So we're gonna be playing this game. Yep, Super Mario World Central Unseen64 Yoshi Master. Here it is, Tom.
Yep.
Super Mario World, the beta version. For you guys who are just coming in now to the stream, we've made some, or who have been with us before, rather. There are some improvements, I think, to the format. You'll see that we have a chat on the side, and I hope that works. And hopefully we'll be able to, see your messages quicker.
If you're in the chat, say hi.
I don't know if anyone's watching at this point, but regardless, there's been some other changes too. There are people here. Hello.
Yeah. So
for one thing, we have increased the microphone value. We're trying to mess with the audio, just so you guys can hear the music still and hear the voices fine and everything. Anyway. Let's get started with some Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Or not. Is the input... Oh, no. Oh, let's take a look here. Left, down, right, B... Oh, crap. For whatever reason, they seem to have reset themselves. So... just indulge me a moment while I get things working here. This is really odd. Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
We might have to do a different one.
Well, no, I tried all these out. Can't for the life of me figure out what's wrong.
People don't want to say hi to us, apparently, or the chat's thing.
This is going to be something of a test stream, depending on how well some of the features we're trying to go for in this work. Will determine whether or not we keep this format. Okay, I apologize for this. I'm gonna close out of the emulator real quick and reopen it. This is slightly embarrassing. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Wow, you guys are getting a really interesting glimpse into the mic and game process. Alright. Hopefully it works this time. There we go. Okay. We just needed to reset it for whatever reason. Hopefully I didn't accidentally display any valuable computer information. Alright, here we go. The copyright's 1989, which I assume is when they started working on the game. This is Mushroom Land. Anyway, enjoy it and keep an eye out for secrets because there are a few. Alright, fair enough. Also, because of the increased volume from the microphone, who knows what's going to happen with the many trains which populate this area. But here's the overworld map, taking and created after the actual Super Mario World betas overworld. How much have you seen of the Mario World beta, Tom?
None.
You haven't seen anything about the Super Mario World beta?
No, I haven't.
Well, then there should be a few surprises here for you.
Oh.
Are you ready to be surprised?
Yeah, I'm so ready to be so surprised.
So right away you'll notice that
it's a lot like Mario World 3. It's got a Mario World 3 feel to it.
A Mario World... I mean Super Mario Brothers 3?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about here?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that you make a good observation there, Tom. And I guess we'll see how true that ends up being as we continue on. Ooh. Hello there. This one is pretty simple, really. If you can't figure it out, you deserve to be hit with a heavy rock.
Okay.
Figure what out?
I think we're supposed to take one of those blocks.
Okay.
And hit the yellow block.
This is gonna give us a mushroom. Oh, I see. And then you bounce the.
Yeah.
Don't hit me with any rocks, sir. All right. That's sort of reminiscent of an early Mario World level thing. But there's a lot of cages everywhere.
Yeah.
That is actually something that seemed to be in a lot of the pictures of the beta. And this background is actually custom too. I don't know if you realized that. But yes, the background is in fact custom. Drawn exactly to how I remember seeing the pictures of the beta looking like.
Yeah.
So I've played this first level, so I kind of know what's going to happen here. And eventually you can take over for a bit.
Okay.
And we'll sort of switch on and off, but I really wanted to play this particular hack for a very long time, because it seemed very well done and some interesting stuff going on. Hey, MacDerby. Hello? You have a bit of a delay? Alright. Like, so is the video lagging then? That's what's going on? We're trying out a lot of new things on this stream, so I don't know exactly what the problem's how to resolve the problem, unless I have a better idea what the problem is, I guess. Oh geez. No, don't do that. Let's see here, we got one person in here right now. Well, I'm gonna keep on looking at the chat, and oh, okay, all right. Well, at least nothing's wrong over here, because we've been working on this thing for a while, trying to get it to sort of cooperate. So,
yeah.
But very Mario 3. You'll notice the Goombas, for example. Oh.
Nicely done there.
Yeah. The Goombas, of course, in the actual Mario World game, are very different. Did you know, actually, Tom? You want a turbo fact?
Yeah.
The Goombas in Mario World, the final release of Mario World, actually aren't Goombas at all.
I think I knew that.
They're actually something else that I think, if I recall, it like translates to apple, maybe, or maybe acorn, something like that.
Yeah. It makes it a bit more sense because they look like apples.
Yeah.
Or acorns.
It's in the Japanese version they have a totally different name than the English version, which refers to them as Goombas, likely just to keep some sort of continuity.
Yeah.
With the with the other Mario games.
Your need for those coins is a little weird.
What do you mean?
I mean, you went down there to get a single coin. I think Mario's addicted to coins.
A bad internet connection. Sorry to hear that, man.
What do you think, Michael?
What?
I think Mario is a lot like Wario and is addicted to coins.
I don't know. It's interesting. And we could try and discuss the mechanism which gives Mario lives through coins.
Yeah. He can just pay his way for surgery, I guess.
he can. It's sort of like a bit creepier version of like the Catholic Church indulgences. You know? Hey, Tom. Remember what you were saying about Mario 3?
Oh yeah.
Interesting fact about this thing. Actually, it works exactly like the raccoon leaf that's in Mario 3. So this really is sort of like an extension of Mario 3 at this point.
Yeah.
And I guess that makes a lot of sense. Oh, I think I remember this segment actually being shown off in a screenshot. That little part there with the what would you call that? The floating boards.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen that in the screenshot before. But what was I going to say about the what was I going to say? I don't know.
You're the one that's supposed to...
Oh yeah, they found this Super Nintendo test cartridge, right?
Yeah.
And the graphics for like all the chain link fences and everything, and I believe this small Mario that's in this game as well as Raccoon Mario were all in there. So I think that's where these graphics are ripped from.
Yeah.
At least that's what my guess is, because despite the nice visual look to them, these are not the beta graphics, at least for Mario. He was drawn a tad differently in the beta version. Here he's much more similar to his Mario World one, like in that test cartridge.
Yeah.
So, still a clever use of what they had going for him.
Yeah.
But that is one difference that I can note from my limited understanding of the Super Mario World beta. It's actually one of the more sought-after betas that are out there, which makes a lot of sense because, at least in my opinion, it's probably the best 2D platformer Mario game.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people say Mario 3 is, and Mario 3 is definitely great, but I think Mario World did kind of improve upon the formula.
Yeah.
To some extent. Well, this is sort of interesting.
You're gonna go after that coin?
Yep. Oh, wait. Interesting. So I must have missed one. Are there more coins in this than...
I don't know. Yeah, there'd have to be.
I was pretty sure there's 5 in the official version. So, Mac Derby, assuming that you're still out there, other than the unfortunate internet connection that you're experiencing, I hope the audio's coming through pretty decent.
No Yoshis?
Yeah, no, are you familiar with that?
No.
There's a test level within Super Mario World which has a No Yoshi's sign in it. It's the only place you find it in the game, but it's assumed that it had some sort of beginning within the beta version of Mario World, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It would be. I mean, it's understandable. Like, if you could get your hands on one beta, what would your choice be?
Zelda 3
for
for the NES.
Zelda 3, the NES.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we can assume that was probably real. You know,
it was probably real, but we have no proof.
I'm pretty sure Miyamoto said that it started out development on the NES.
Maybe he did.
You don't want to.
I'm not gonna say that I'm wrong.
Okay. One thing I have to say is that having the raccoon leaf instead of the feather probably would have made Mario World a considerably more difficult game.
Yeah.
Because with the leaf, you can pretty much just coast through the entire level without much of a problem.
The feather, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Feather cape thing.
Okay, that's great to hear, Mac Derby. That's exactly what we were trying to go for. So I'm really glad that ended up working out. We got that on Super Nintendo games now. We're still gonna mess with the audio for NES games a bit, just to make sure that we can get that nice even quality. But yeah, I think that definitely would have added something to it. I'm going to play through this first world, then I'm going to hand it over to you for...
Oh, okay, so you can just leave me into not knowing what I'm doing.
Well, I don't really know what I'm doing here either, so...
Thanks.
Well, it plays like Super Mario World. You've played Super Mario World, right?
Yeah, but not recently.
Tom never really enjoyed playing Super Mario World with me when I was younger, because it was like my favorite game we had for Super Nintendo for a very long time.
That and Pitfall 9 Adventures.
Yeah, even though I wasn't very good at it. I've gotten considerably better at both these games, I hope. But, here comes the train. This will be interesting how this, with the new microphone settings, affects the stream. But, anyway, it was one of those instances where Tom just hated playing anything I was good at. That's still something that he deals with today.
Oh, yeah.
As far as, like, Smash Brothers goes.
Won't play Smash because he's just that way. Wait. See how this is the coin count as actual coins. We only had 4 coins in that one.
Oh, okay. It just looked like okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna cheat this a little bit. Man,
that's not cheating. They programmed that in the game.
I know, but the only reason I can do that is because I was able to pick up one of these earlier. I don't know. It feels a little bit like not really cheating, but that was very, very bizarre. Not necessarily cheating, but maybe exploiting it. I don't know. Not sure what term I'm going to look for. Trying to get... Okay. There must be multiple exits.
Yeah.
There. Pretty cool. Okay, I got a dungeon to do, and then you can take over for a little bit. With one foot. The interesting thing about this, and I don't know if they were going to do this in the actual game, but one thing I find very interesting is the presence of like a pretty much open, like a level select. Like obviously you have level select in every Mario game, but I could skip to World 4 right away if I wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, I can play these in any order. Sort of like a Mega Man type thing. Okay, I already got one of those. Probably don't need to grab another.
Mega Man. Defeat Dr. Wowie.
And we may be able to locate the energy emissions from the radar room.
That's interesting.
What's that?
The little platforms with the thwomp.
Yeah. I mean, there's some clever stuff going on here, and I don't know how much of this was just purely the people who made this hack, or how much is entirely from the beta, because honestly we don't actually know of them.
I don't like those spikes.
Yeah. They're a pain in the actual game too. We don't actually know that much of the Mario world from this stage, other than it looked really interesting. So it's more of a mystery than anything, and that's... Uh-oh. Save state abuse. It's gonna start coming up. That's why.
Because he's not very good at it.
Well, it's just because I could see myself making a stupid mistake, and if I can reduce the amount of times that somebody has to watch portions of this, over and over again, I'll try to. Don't know what's going to be behind this door. I assume it's just going to be the same boss. Hackers have a considerable amount of difficulty with
bosses.
Hacking bosses, it seems. But I guess we really never saw anything of the bosses from the pictures I remember, so you can't really blame them in any way.
Oh, it's
all
my
right.
turn.
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay.
Take a whack at it. You can go to the Land of Blue Pillars. We'll go to the Toad House, actually. You can't go there? Okay. This is like maybe some
World 2, I think.
Alright. Each button press is so deliberate.
So, I don't know. It's been a while.
I always thought Super Mario World had the most concise and easy to understand of the Mario games as far as controls go.
Oh no.
Because, like, it's made for how you would naturally hold the controller. Unlike some of the, actually, here's a bit of a rant on something I don't like seeing in Virtual Console re-releases. 3DS versions of NES games don't have any options for mapping buttons. And in fact, none of the Virtual Console games on 3DS do, to my knowledge. Which is something they have on Wii U, so I don't understand it necessarily, but...
Was that guy purple?
Yeah.
Or bluish?
Yeah, bluish. I think that might be a beta feature too, but they also might have variations in the actual game that are like that. Can't really remember.
Oh.
Regardless, the Super Nintendo...
I'm not that great, okay? Whoa.
Yeah, that's how they looked in the beta. Pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah.
I think I'm glad they added a little bit of character to Bonsai Bill. Hey, you made it through the first level fine.
First level of the second world.
Anyway, but 3DS doesn't have any options for mapping controls, which is really annoying because with the Super Nintendo controller, it was perfect. And it's perfect for playing any game, even like NES games. The Y button is sort of like your B button, and the B button is sort of like your A button. You just put your hand on it, and it lines up perfectly, and everything is perfect. The running feels very natural. It all
Were those
works.
guys in the game?
Fire Spitter guys?
Yeah.
No, but they were supposed to. You know, they were. I think a lot of their programming is still in Super Mario World, but
Why weren't they in it? Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe it was. Oh. You know, maybe it was Miyamoto's philosophy of sort of wanting to separate.
Games.
You know, making things very different and separate. Like, you look at Star Fox 2, the only reason why that game wasn't released was because Miyamoto wanted to create a noticeable divide between where Super Nintendo ends and 64 begins. Right?
Yeah.
So I figure that maybe it's just trying to make the game more differentiable from its forebearer. Who knows? I guess if they ever do uncover a real, and I doubt it, but if they ever do uncover a build that was around when this stuff was being done,
Yeah.
then we'll probably get a lot of insight into it. And that's, I mean, it's possible with Unseen 64 doing what they do.
Yoshi! This dinosaur is my favorite.
This time.
This is my favorite kind. Come back here. This is my favorite dinosaur.
So I mean, we'll just, I guess we'll just see. Like, time can reveal a lot of interesting stuff. It wasn't until like what then? Was it early 2000s when they discovered the mother Earthbound Zero prototype? I mean, I could see it. That, you know, give it another 10 years, this game might see the light of day in its original
Or it
form.
might not.
Yeah. I mean, like, one thing that's sort of depressing about game development, at least from this time, like, now everyone thinks they're going to make the next big game.
Yeah.
So they keep all sorts of materials from their development time. But it used to be games were more akin to sort of like a, I don't know, it was, how would I describe it? It was more, just like business, I guess.
Yeah.
Would that be how it wasn't as considered art? So, you know, like old versions of games got, you know, wasted completely. No one really thought to preserve games like everyone thinks is such a necessity now. Like look at Conker's Bad Fur Day, right?
Yeah.
The original version of that game, which it's Conker's 12 Tales, is a game that a lot of people really want to get their hands on, but it's not one that will likely ever be seen ever again because the people who made it, well, for one thing, they sort of set up fail-safes so that it wouldn't get leaked, which also inadvertently meant that version of the game won't be seen. But it's just like they didn't keep a copy around for, you know, future reference. It just seems like unimportant, the development process. So we sort of miss out on very interesting bits of history.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not good at these games. Although it seems like I'm doing well.
You're
it's
doing
not.
fairly well.
Oh. Okay. At first I thought...
Shh!
No! This is what... No!
Wow.
See? I compliment myself once, and then...
It's sort of like a Odysseus type thing. Oh, I guess you still got a few more levels to embarrass yourself on. What was I going to say? Yeah, but so a lot of these games are just going to be lost forever. You know?
Yeah.
Especially the early builds of games. I remember, or Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah.
They were going to include the beta early build of Sonic the Hedgehog on Sonic Mega Collection for GameCube.
Yeah.
As an unlockable game, but they lost it. I mean they lost this old beta version that they were trying to find it, and it was just gone. You know. So it just shows how developers' mentalities have changed, and it seemed really on part of these big companies that wanted to get rid of their old stuff for one reason or another.
Skills,
whether it be just to keep it from being stolen eventually, or what have you.
I don't like these levels.
You want to make a save state?
No, I'm not going to be you.
Okay.
Watch me lose now.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much guaranteed at this point.
Oh, booze? Who's you, sir? Can I save state now? How do I save state? Okay, there we go.
And then the other back trigger loads state. But maybe you won't need it. Never mind.
You might be seeing this.
And this is why I mapped save state buttons, because otherwise this would be just one of the worst experiences.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, Sonic, they were gonna actually include this early build of it, and they weren't able to because it's just that sort of. It's like the same mentality that toy companies have.
Yeah.
When they're when they have like Kenner. I'm sort of. Oh, I remember this from the prototype screenshots as well. This is interesting.
What?
That's worse than Koopa jumping.
What?
That is.
I
pretty awful.
don't want to do this. This isn't good. This is not good.
But if you look into Star Wars collecting, right?
Yeah.
With Kenner's products, they just were throwing out a lot of their old prototype stuff in their mock-ups, and the reason that we found them today is because people went through dumpsters,
Yeah.
And which luckily it was just all paper, right? So this stuff was
Yeah,
all intact.
I'm abusing them now too.
You had to start them both. What?
Whatever.
Shh.
Am I almost done?
You're never done. You gonna save state, you think?
Yeah.
Let's see who this is. Morton is sort of what I expected, so
What?
that seems about right. That's different, right?
The fireball thing I thought was different. Anyways, I did it.
He did it. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, why? Thank you. You're
All
too
right,
kind.
I get to take back over for World 3. But what do you think, Tom, overall, for this hack? How much would you pay for this a reproduction?
It's always how much I would pay. I don't know. I think right now this game seems a bit short.
Mm-hmm.
So probably maybe $25.
$25? So you would actually pay more for this, though, than you would for Parallel Worlds.
Yeah.
Which is on the list tonight, guys. We're going to be
Yeah.
playing more Zelda
I
Parallel
don't know.
Worlds. You don't know? Do you not want to play it anymore?
Maybe not. No, maybe not $25. I don't know.
Oh, well, tell me, in comparison to Parallel Worlds, just give me, like,
Well, this
a little
game.
philosophy of ROM hacking.
This
bit.
game seems more possible to actually get through.
It's not as difficult.
It's not as difficult, but I mean, I don't know.
The
how to
challenge
say
seems, like, pretty, like, tapped in. Like, they knew what
it. I
they
don't
were
like Koopa
doing.
jumping though.
Yeah. That wasn't too bad.
I do not like that though. That's something I do not like. I do not like it. Same I am.
Shh. Hey, green red coin. That's a beta element you can find for yourself in Lunar Magic, the like #1 ROM hacking tool for this very game.
It kills them in one hit.
Yep. I think the leaf might have done the leaf. I keep on saying leaf. The feather might have done the same thing in the final version.
Yeah.
And really, technically, this is the final version of Mario World. This is just, you know, hacked to resemble and bring back some gameplay elements from an earlier version.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like, the only reason why they were able to find that stuff was because they threw it away. You know, they
Yeah.
threw it away, and people cared enough, like people outside the company,
To look for it.
to look for it, and you know, it was just a lot of lucky occurrences that lined up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with like or kind of the same thing with how Earthbound Zero was found, right?
Yeah.
Like that was at a garage sale of a Nintendo employee who really didn't care that much about his stuff because he sold it for a really great price.
Yeah.
One that I think anybody would definitely call a steal
Yeah.
and a half, probably. Like, just a great deal. So, Star Power. It's interesting. I would like to. I don't know.
Parachuting Goombas.
Well, I think they're that way in the final game too.
Yeah.
The
there was
Apple
some.
versions. And what is it? It's bombs and Goombas
Yeah.
that parachute, if I recall.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that was at a garage sale.
Oh. How nice.
Of a former Nintendo employee who apparently didn't care that much because he sold it at a garage sale when he could easily get, what would you say? How much do you think he would have been able to get for that stuff if he sold it online?
Probably like, I don't know. I'd say it'd be probably in the thousands.
Definitely, easily in the thousands. I'm gonna go look at the Twitch thing again real quick. Okay, looks like still working, the chat thing.
That was a nice touch.
Yep. Thanks again, everybody, for watching.
Yep.
Be careful here. Some of the dino rhinos will spew fire at you, and others will just charge you. Pay attention.
Okay.
Which
we'll pay attention.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Oh.
Did they do that? The big guys do that? Oh.
I think so.
I can't remember exactly. Chocolate Islands are some of the most visually appealing levels in Mario World, but also some of the most difficult, so I don't really remember that much of them, unfortunately.
Levels to make you sad.
Yeah. Shh.
I remember when we were first playing through the game.
Oh, yeah?
And we were, like, going around in circles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was another thing. Chocolate Island had this weird mystery aspect to it. Like, Forest of Illusion was apparently worse, but... Oh...
Wah, wah, wah.
Forest of Illusion was apparently worse, but Chocolate Island gave us, I think, a little bit more trouble, just because it... I mean, the levels were harder, for one thing. But then there was just this element of... There's this element of where you really didn't know where you were going because it was such a big area.
Yeah.
Forest of Illusion, you sort of saw everything, more or less. It felt like you could really tackle the problem
Are you
head on.
going to start abusing save states?
I might. I mean, I'll give everything like a few goes, but for the most part, anyway. But I want to cut down on the amount of repeat stuff. So,
Wow. That was kind of cheap.
what's going on? Great.
Try and reopen your save state, Michael.
Yeah, 1 second. Oh. Beautiful. So,
You just saved it.
I know, with this. So, controller issues. Our favorite. The oddest part is just how it will actually register it, but oh boy, maybe resetting it will work, but something tells me it won't. Oh, it will. Will it?
No.
How strange. Okay, well, that's saved, so we can actually exit and reload.
And hope everything
Yeah.
gets back in working order.
I mean, this stream has had its share of hitches, to say the least. But I hope overall it'll be a nice product. What's that? Is that a sigh of disappointment, Tom?
Yes.
Now it's saying my PC folder's empty. Well, that's just a big lie. Check out. I'm sorry, guys. This will just be a second. This is by no means what I intended to happen.
He intended this all along.
This was my plot.
Hopefully this will work.
Believe we should be back here in a matter of seconds. And let's try again. See where
Let's
we left
load
off.
the save state. Why not just load the save state now that we have the controller working?
Sweet! That worked. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart like that.
That was pretty good pretty good idea. This area is very reminiscent of Chocolate Islands, from what I recall. I like it in a way. So this isn't so much chocolate as it is, I don't know.
It's just kind of brown.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the background's got like that blue mountain is type thing. So it's, I guess, maybe closer to ice or blueberry plateau.
We should
blueberry bluffs. Blueberry bluffs. That's what I would call this level. That's what I'm gonna name
it's
one of my.
It's a blue coin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that it's definitely supposed to be called that.
It's not a half bad name. I think maybe when I work on my hack a little bit more, I think I'll have an area called Blueberry Bluffs.
You should save state.
Good idea. Hurt.
Nicely done.
Yep. Worked out pretty well, all things considered. Hopefully, guys, as we continue on later, these problems will fix themselves, but
until then,
after we're done with this game, we're gonna take a quick break, no more than a few minutes, and then we'll have you back with Zelda Parallel Worlds to confuse
those are my favorite people.
Confuse and amaze us, but mostly just confuse us. I bet. That game was hard enough the first time, but
and that was just the first area.
Yeah. Oh. This is a little bit crazy here. Shucks.
You should have saved stage.
Yeah. I gave it my best try though. If you guys know of any really good hacks that we should try, send me a name or something. I'll look into giving it a go.
Well, your best try wasn't good enough.
Obviously. Saved. I mean, I'm decent at Mario, Tom. You gotta admit, I'm at least a little bit passable at this game.
Passable.
Like at one point, guys, I was like a Mario World champion. To some extent.
Yeah.
I was able to break 1,000,000 points on my versus Super Mario Brothers machine. Which, for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's like a harder arcade version of Super Mario Brothers. And anyway, that was like, for a while there, that was a really nice score. There was only a few people who really made it to 1,000,000 on the official scoreboard of gaming. What is this?
You probably want her to hit those blocks, or have those Koopas hit the blocks with their shells.
Oh. Clever girl. You guys seen... Oh, I guess Jurassic World doesn't technically come out till... What? When does that come out?
One sec, just...
Hey, mushroom. Oh.
We don't get the mushroom.
Of course not.
Okay, you want that Koopa shell to hit those 2 blocks there.
Right. Or at least that one. Nope. This is all very odd.
Let's start trying to hit down in places. Oh. That'll probably work too. What are you doing?
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't... Crap. You know what? I'm just not even gonna try and do anything fancy. That's paying off horribly. I just want to go through the door. But yeah, I was actually
Ooh, scrolling. Ooh.
pretty good at versus Super Mario Brothers. I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy, but his name was Brian Kuh. He was the dude who followed around Billy Mitchell, the Pac-Man world record holder, in the famous video game movie King of Kong Fistful of Quarters. And he had a score on there. And the guy's kind of like a... I don't know how to describe him. He's just very unlikable in a lot of ways. And I was able to beat his score, and that was sort of like a badge of honor in some sense.
Yeah.
But...
and you've got to beat this guy kind of... oh.
Reznor! Reznor is a really interesting enemy. For whatever reason, people think he's like weird. I don't know how I would describe it, but
This is like Dinosaur Land or whatever.
yeah, like I don't find it that strange, but people are just freaked out by Reznor. Just
He
kind
should
of a
be
regular
a character in Smash.
Reznor from Smash.
Yes.
He's pretty standard though as far as Mario characters go, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're nearing the end of our playthrough of Super Mario World Beta with World 4. Do you want to play through this world, Tom?
No.
Oh. It's...
I just make a
what would you call this level, Tom?
very moly molehills.
The very moly molehills. I think that's more of a Yoshi's Island title. So it'd maybe be...
Well, you know, Yoshi Island was Super Mario World 2, so...
That's true. But like Yoshi's Island is what really started having each level have its own name. And then instead of just
Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy.
yeah, one of the most famous ones. We'll definitely be streaming some Yoshi's Island in the future.
Maybe some Yoshi Island hacks even.
If I can find any. I don't know how much that game's been hacked. Because I don't know. Like it's popular, but not nearly as popular as this game.
Yeah.
Even though maybe it should be, because I think it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a quality game. Maybe this one could be called... I see some green. What foods are green?
What foods are green?
Yeah.
Spinach.
Spinach, Spinach Pass, maybe?
Let's just call it Green Hill Zone.
Okay. That works, I guess. I don't know, spinach something or another, probably. But it seems like Mario World, at least, had a heavy emphasis on, like, dessert-type foods, right?
Yeah.
Vanilla Dome, Donut, what was it?
Plains?
Donut Plains? Yeah, that seems right. Butterbridge. Not so much dessert, I guess, but sort of that junk food type thing. And then Forest of Illusion, I don't even know what that... never even heard of that food.
You wouldn't. You're such a noob.
Oh. Okay. What was it? Vanilla Dome, I said. I don't know, it all seemed like it had to do with Chocolate Island, which is the one we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But it seemed like there was like this sort of emphasis on junk food to some extent.
Oh.
I don't know, I'd call it something interesting.
Yeah.
Guacamole Golf. Guacamole Golf. I have Guacamole on my mind, apparently. That game. Oh, I don't really know. Have you played that at all?
No.
No? Do you know anything about it?
No.
Oh.
I think it's wrestling.
I thought the Jaywitz played it a little bit, so I thought maybe you'd heard of it.
I've heard of it, but
Well, I mean, like, know a little bit about it, I guess. No. That's what I get for expecting anything from Tom. Just a sigh at this point.
Yep.
You don't sound like you've been having a good day.
I just have a bit of a headache.
Oh. Don't worry, I'm sure that Parallel Worlds will remedy that right away.
Yeah. yeah, we'll just go ahead and walk around a bit, and then go to the same place a bit,
and eventually something will happen.
and then go back.
That game is really... Oh no, Yoshi, no.
Good job, you lost Yoshi.
I believe you did the same thing, and it was much sillier when you did it.
You can think that.
It was pretty silly.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
You forget.
But what was I gonna say?
I mean, at least these levels aren't, like, impossible.
No, I mean they're like well designed.
Yeah.
This is what I feel like the appropriate level for a Mario game should be.
Yeah.
Is it the appropriate level for a hack? I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, that's debatable, I guess.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want out of your hack, right?
Yeah.
Some people want like Kaizo levels of difficulty.
Yeah.
Not me so much. That's not really my thing. Okay, still one viewer. Cool. Thanks for sticking around. We've almost beaten Mario World, and then we'll get into the what was it? Parallel Worlds.
Yeah. We'll take a break, though.
Yeah. But we decided that we'd do some Mario hacks.
We'll do more Mario.
Yeah, we definitely will. This segment
We can do
will go on
Super...
and on.
What is it? Chocolate Pika edition?
Super Pika Land chocolate version.
Something like that.
There's also a Super Pika Land vanilla version. But vanilla version just means that it's using the vanilla graphics of Mario World.
Oh.
So it doesn't... It kind of looks so weird. But that's very accurate, even down to the color.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like you still got Pikachu, but like I guess they tried to make the game more
Mario.
Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of a strange concept to me. I don't know why you'd want to play a reduced version, because that's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, it's the Pokemon theme without the Pokemon. I guess why not just totally change everything back to Mario? You know, why even keep Pikachu at all? Just call it Super Mario Wacky Crazy Worlds. That's a game I wanted to stream, but we'll never be able to, probably. Super Mario's Wacky Worlds, which is, of course, the sequel that never was.
Okay, I've got it. You wanna get the... Or you can do that.
Shh. What? What's that?
It's nothing.
Was it a secret?
It was.
There's a lot of secrets in this game. There seems to be a puzzle around every corner.
No. Please, no.
We're also going to be doing more Zelda hacks, too.
Yeah.
In addition to Parallel Worlds, we're going to be playing Omega and Ganon's Tower, I think is what the other one was called?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Someone's tower.
Yep. Guys,
This
the
could
final level.
Or it could be... There could be more.
Or yeah, I guess there's always a possibility that if there is more, how long are we going on? We're going on about an hour. So if there is more, and judging by the graphical choices,
There's probably... Not.
yeah, we will do that next time on stream. Just to
I feel like these blocks are gonna start pushing in here.
see Mario's controls in this game are so perfectly integrated. It's stupid because you got this like secondary jump thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It doesn't feel as oh, not a
Which
maze. I don't know. Did I do that right?
Well, it's different.
Yeah, I guess I must have done it right. What I was gonna say? Oh, these guys. These are actually some of my favorite enemies from Super Mario World. Despite the fact that they're pretty hard.
They're like only in like a couple of places.
I'm pretty positive they're actually only in Bowser's Castle, from what I recall. Right? Or maybe, do you
Probably.
know the spot?
I don't know.
I do like the little bit of variety that it gave us there. Glad to see those guys are still...
Yeah.
Alright.
I wonder
It's
if
Roy.
we're gonna have to beat like a bunch of the Koopalings.
You get back here. Man. I don't like it. There we go, beat Roy. I bet you're right. Or maybe it's just, depending on which route you take, you get to beat different guys.
Maybe. Who knows?
I guess we're about to find out, right? It certainly says that the course is clear. Well, guys,
Let's go back to the Toad place and see if we can enter now.
nope. Well, it would appear as though that concludes our playthrough of the Super Mario World Beta ROM hack.
Yeah.
Tom, final thoughts. Let's talk about it.
I thought it was very well done.
Yep, very well executed. Good difficulty.
Yeah.
Some fun-looking areas.
Yeah.
Some nice callbacks to an earlier time. Parallel Worlds. Which one would you rather play?
Probably this.
Would you?
Yeah.
I'm sort of mixed. Like this is pretty good, but like Parallel Worlds has a weird allure over me, like a strange pulling, you know?
Yeah.
Like it wants to bring me back, and in fact, in a few moments we will be playing more Parallel Worlds.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for this first part of the stream. Like I said, we'll be back in minutes for Parallel Worlds, Legend of Zelda, and that's sure to be a
Fun time.
Yep.